there is still one thing that's standing in the way of our unity. And I've seen many creators from the Black and Brown communities talking about this. And I'm going to share from the healer's perspective what is required to meet that requirement, to bridge this gap. While many of us are calling out for unity and many are beginning to build those connections, still others are saying, not until you show me accountability. And that is fair. That's a fair argument to make. But it's also a precarious one because people in the very beginning stages of their awakening, especially those who are mad enough now to actually join forces, they're not deep enough in their own healing to get to that point yet. They're not where they can fully understand the full ramifications of their actions. So this is leaving us at an impasse. But when we unpack this a little bit further, again, from the healer's perspective, I'm going to show you how this is not an impossible ask. We just need to come at it a little bit differently. What we need right now are volunteers who will transmute this pain, both on behalf of those who are suffering and those who have committed the acts. This is no small task. This is the hardest thing we can do. And that's why so many humans throughout time don't do it. They don't do it. They play emotional hot potato. They project, as I've been talking about. They throw their pain around. They force it into the hands of other people, trying to get somebody to take responsibility for this pain. And it's incredibly challenging because it's not only from the pains of this life, it's generational. And it is not only inherited, but we carry it with us from other lives. This pain of being abused, discriminated against, of having our rights stripped away, of our humanity stripped away, is omnipresent. It's everywhere. It is everywhere on this planet. And that pain doesn't simply vanish. It has to be transmuted. It has to be taken in, cleansed, and cleared permanently. And those of you who do the work of transmutation, you know how heavy this is. You know how immense this pain is and what an energetic burden it is. It is highly skilled work, but that doesn't mean we can't all learn to do it and we can't all do our part. And now I see why Spirit had me teach a masterclass on emotional transmutation just a few weeks ago, just last month. It's called Holding a Healing Space, and you know where to get the replay. And in this, I not only taught the class, but I held a healing ceremony where we held space for victims of all kinds. We, along with help from the other side, we held that space. And when you truly hold space, what you're doing is you're creating a container that is big enough and strong enough for the pain of somebody else. And you're holding it. You're holding it. You're holding it. And it's big enough and you are strong enough to make sure that everything they need to empty themselves of can fit in that container. You are not only witness to their pain, you are participating in the releasing of that pain permanently. And when we do this in tandem with the divine, it is neutralized. They haven't just passed it into us. We're not the empath healing other people to our own detriment. We are working in harmony with the divine to neutralize that energy, to clear it from this plane. And that is all that true healing really requires. The true formula to healing needs only two things. Number one, you need the presence of a compassionate witness holding space for you. And number two, you need to be able to fully feel whatever it is that you feel. And in that space, you can completely release it and it will be cleared. We need to do this now. We need to do it now. And I can look back over the past year and see how beautifully orchestrated all of my healing circles have been. Spirit took me through a very specific healing program, and I've been offering these light circles to the 4 a.m. club, leading all the way up to this peak moment of transmuting, of holding a healing space. So if you're avoiding your own healing work, it's time to get moving. And if you now have the capacity through your own healing work to hold space for others, it's time we step up, especially for our brothers and sisters in those Black and Brown communities, in the marginalized communities who continue to be victimized to this day, who hold that pain, as we've been talking about, volunteering as tribute, who incarnate with the pain so that we, through them, can help all of humanity heal these archetypal wounds. When we in spiritual circles talk about ascension and getting to the fifth dimension, it's not a rocket ship to a magic land where there is no pain. It's about transmuting the pain, clearing the density so that that fifth dimensional reality becomes accessible to us, that we have cleared enough of that karmic pain to be able to vibrate at that density of true healing, true peace. This takes courage. It takes fortitude. And it's what's being asked of us now. So I would invite you in your private healing practices, in your meditation, in your prayer, whatever your spiritual or healing work looks like to you, make space. Ask to help lift that burden. Be the vehicle through which we can clear this karma for everyone. And if you'd like help with this, of course, I have my free emotional support playlist, my free shadow work guidebook, in addition to all those light circles. You can get them individually on my website, and I also have now finally bundled them all into one package if you'd like to get them all. I know that for me, this is why I'm here. This is why I was born now. And this is why I have been through my own lifetime of pain. To not only learn how to do this, but to develop the capacity to hold this kind of weight, this kind of sorrow, this kind of pain. Those are not just guided meditations I take you through. They are healing ceremonies. They are profound. They create miracles. This is why we're here. So let's keep going. Let's get to work.